Help me reach 1,000 subscribers. Drop a like, leave a comment, and share your thoughts. I read every single one. Thank you. My name's Alden. I'm 38, the kind of man who saves his temper for emergencies. My wife, Marin, used to say that my calm steadied her, that I was the anchor she never had growing up. She once swore she'd never take that for granted. But people change quietly, not in explosions, more like a light slowly dimming. Each week she grew colder, each conversation shorter, every smile a little more forced. I blamed work. I blamed the season. I even blamed myself. What I didn't want to admit was the simplest truth. Sometimes people stop loving you and they don't say it. They just drift until you finally notice the distance. The night everything cracked was a random Thursday. I walked in and found Marin pacing the living room like she was trying to rehearse a confession. Fingers tangled in her hair, her eyes restless. We need to talk. Never a good sign. I set my keys down. Okay, what's going on? Callum messaged me. She said, her ex, the guy she swore belonged to a past with no door back in. I waited. Marin always folded under silence. Truth spilled out of her faster than she meant it to. He said you were rude to him at the cafe last month, she continued. He wants an apology. I almost laughed. My rudeness was just 3 calm words. She's my wife. Callum had acted like he still had a place in her life. I reminded him he didn't. That was all. I'm not apologizing, I said. Her jaw tightened. Alden, he feels humiliated. Good. That one word made her flinch. Something flickered in her eyes. Fear, guilt, both. She turned toward the window, arms folded tight. He said if you don't apologize, he'll tell people you mistreated him. He's already saying I married a controlling man. Do you believe that? I asked. She didn't answer. Too long of a pause. Too many silent admissions. When she turned back, anger, not sadness, carried her voice. You need to apologize to him. Tonight. I studied her. Why does this matter so much to you? Because I don't want things to get worse. What things? Again, silence. Then she stepped closer, voice sharp, decisive. Apologize to him, or I'm leaving you. There it was. A threat, not a plea, not a request. A line drawn by someone who'd been planning her escape long, before she said the words out loud. And in that moment, everything snapped into focus. I didn't feel rage or heartbreak, just clarity. I smiled gently. All right, if that's how you feel. Don't forget to sign the papers, I added. Her face drained. What papers? I walked past her and picked up the envelope from the hallway table. I had prepared days earlier, after weeks of late-night messages, secretive laughter, sudden lock screens, and that shift in her eyes when she thought I wasn't looking. She stared at the envelope like it was a loaded weapon. Alden, what is that? You were already halfway out the door, I said softly. I'm just not going to wait for you to finish walking. She opened her mouth, but nothing came out. For the first time, she couldn't hide behind defensiveness. This isn't fair, she whispered. You're overreacting. It's not one fight, I said. It's everything before it. Tonight, you just stop pretending. She tried changing her tone, softening her voice the way she used to when she wanted to steer the argument. I wasn't really going to leave. I said out of frustration. You said it, I replied, because you meant it. People don't threaten to walk away from what they truly want to keep. Tears filled her eyes, but not the kind that come from love. The kind that come from realizing the consequences finally arrived. Alden, please. I don't want a divorce. I'm being honest, I said quietly. Not cruel. You didn't even ask why I talked to Callum, she said suddenly. That matters. No, I answered. I didn't ask, because I already know. You don't, she argued weakly. Then explain why your ex feels entitled to demand apologies from your husband. Why he knows things about our marriage he shouldn't. Why you jump to defend his feelings, but not mine. Silence again, the heaviest one yet. He's had a rough time, she finally whispered. I was just trying to be there for him. You weren't just listening, I said. You were confiding. She flinched. We both knew what that meant. Emotional betrayal is quiet, but deadly. It starts long before anything physical ever happens. I placed the envelope on the coffee table. I'm not punishing you, I said. I'm choosing myself for once. Her voice cracked. We can fix this. How? I asked. By me apologizing to him? By pretending your loyalty is negotiable. I was confused, she sobbed. I don't want to lose you. You didn't lose me tonight, I said. You lost me months ago. Tonight you just realized. She broke, hands covering her face, shoulders shaking. Not because she loved me, but because I was finally willing to walk first. I grabbed my jacket. I'm staying at Leia's tonight, I said. Your sister's? She asked, voice small. Yes, somewhere quiet. Will you come back? I thought about everything. About loneliness disguised as patience. About hope stretched thin. About a marriage held together by habit rather than truth. I'll come back, I said, but only to a marriage rebuilt on honesty, not the one we've been pretending to have. And if I can't give you that, she whispered. I opened the door, letting the cold air sweep the room. Then sign the papers, I said, and we can stop pretending we're still the people we promised to be. Her sob followed me out, soft and cracked, but I didn't turn around. Not all endings come with shouting. Some arrive quietly, like a door closing behind you.